almost there. No way. What is this? You're tuned in to the Eyes Open podcast, where secrets aren't safe and we see it all.
It's very weird. It's almost like you can taste it. You can smell it in the air. It's all around us. But most of the public does not want to acknowledge it. They not only don't want to acknowledge it, they don't want to talk about it. And I think that's almost one of the reasons why it's continuing to happen, is the breakdown of communication in this world. It's just a breakdown of communication. More than I've ever seen as long as I've been alive. And when you think about it, communication, when that breaks down, that is the fundamental thing that keeps people in a place where they can understand one another. Because when people don't communicate or refuse to communicate, it's over with. That's what ends marriages. That's what pits family against each other, is the inability for people to communicate. Now, some people will argue the fact that it's not my fault. Okay? And hey, I'm right there with you. I'm one of those people that says, hey, it's not my fault. I tried reaching out to people. I tried to be that person. They don't want to communicate. And that's just the point of what I'm saying. But it goes even deeper than that. It's like an issue, a sickness that's all around us that people fail to even acknowledge that it's there. And the wildest part about all of it is a lot of the people that come on my show that comment and agree with what I'm talking about, to say, oh, I notice it. Oh, I see what's going on. We're all separated. All of us that, I'm not going to go ahead and say we're the normal people. Okay. We're all screwed up, essentially. Like Jesus said, we're all bad. It's not to say we're good. But why are we the ones that are noticing this and wanting to fix it? Some people are completely comfortable with it. Some people see no problem with anything at all. It really blows my mind. It does. Because at this point, it's not even a difference in opinion. It's a total change of the landscape around us, that a certain group of people, which is a large group of people, are refusing to acknowledge whatsoever. And I'm going to give you an example of something that I've noticed. Now, in my life, for the people that have followed me long enough, not just on the show, but the people that know me personally, they followed me for a long time just in life. I've met, an insane amount of famous people. I've sat down and had dinner with them. I've had quick convos with them, you name it. And I've noticed something, because I've made a lot of videos about this, and see, people want to joke about this kind of thing, but no, there's something seriously wrong. Okay, whether you guys want to admit it or not, there is something seriously wrong and something seriously diabolical that is going on. Because the meeting of these people years and years ago, over a decade ago, or however long you want to say, it's hard to really nail down. I can't really think of the time when this shift happened, but it happened. And it took a little, because people have their own lives. They live their own lives. They do their own thing. It wasn't something that I noticed right away, but over time it became more apparent. There's something, and I believe this is some people say, oh, well, I don't deal with, celebrities and famous people. And, I really don't care about that type of stuff. You should. You want to know why you should? And I'm going to tell you why you should. These are the people that are shaping the minds of a lot of people in this world. People that take care of your health if you have to go to the hospital, your children. If you don't have children, the children of the world. To say do you not care about the youth? What's going on with the youth? These are the people shaping the minds of the masses. Okay? They're the people that are acting in and pushing out the movies that are the propaganda that are shaping the minds of the people around you. And whether you like it or not, okay, me personally, it doesn't affect me. And you know why it doesn't affect me? Because I live out in BFE. Okay, for the people that don't know what that is, that's bumfucked Egypt. Okay, I live out in the middle of nowhere. I don't give a shit, to be honest with you. Okay, I could literally live in this world. I got my wife, I got my kid, I got everything I need. I have a beautiful home that God's blessed me with. I have this podcast. I don't need anything. God's given me more than what I need. So truthfully, I could sit back and say, I don't give a shit. Let it fall apart. I could sit back with a fat cigar and give you, an analogy. The world's burning. I could sit back with a fat stogie smoking it and saying, I don't give a shit. Let it burn. That's what I could do. I could essentially say, I don't give a shit. Let it burn. But I can't do that. You know why? Because I do give a shit. No matter as much as I want to act like I don't. And no, people will tell you, I don't care. I don't give a shit. A lot of the times, the people that tell you they don't give a shit, those are the ones that give a shit more than ever. They give a shit what people think. They give a shit about everything around them. Or let's say, I got zero fucks to give. Oh, no, trust me, they do. They got more than the real people that got zero fucks to give and really don't care. They won't even tell you. They're just dead inside. They just exist. They're just in a form of existing in this world. And half the time they don't say a word to nobody. Those are the real people that do not give a shit in this world. But we have to be, that's one of the big things that people are not being, is honest. You have to be honest, not just with the people around you, be honest with yourself. Okay? Because I've said this a million times. You can lie to the world. You can lie to everybody around you. You can't lie to yourself. You can only lie to yourself for so long. Because sooner or later, it's going to catch up with you. And when it does, it's going to be bad. Because that's why there's these people that's why a lot of people are falling apart at the seams. Because they're playing this character in a sense that's not even them. So once the reality of who they truly are hits them, it's like their psyche breaks. And they don't even know how to deal with it. That's where you get these people going off the deep end. Because they've lived this misshapen, misdirected type of version of themselves that's not even who they are. And hey, maybe that's why things are so screwed up right now. Because people can say all they want. I don't care what other people do. I don't care how other people act. Well, you have to. These are the people that are shaping the world that you live in, shaping it around you. And like I said, if you're like me, you live in a type of realm where if shit hits the fan, you're really out in the middle of nowhere and you don't care and you're living off the land and you don't watch TV and you don't really see what's going on, well then, maybe, that can work for a lot of people. And I guess that's feasible. I guess that could work. But then you got to think about, would God want us to do that? Would he want us to he says to detach from the world, but at the same time, he wants you to be in fellowship with other Christians. So would that be something God would say, do? Oh, yeah, just completely disregard every human being and don't talk to nobody. If we did that, how would we spread the gospel? We wouldn't be able to, because we're not able to talk to anybody. But what is going on is for the, I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. Well, the best way I can explain it is, even better than explaining it in an analogy, it's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Okay? This is going to go over a lot of people's head, because a lot of people, I mean, unless you're, I'd say at least 40 years old. And a lot of 40-year-olds won't even get it because the movie was before their time. They have the later versions of it or whatever, but the Donald Sutherland version, go back and watch that movie with Donald Sutherland. It was back in the 70s or whatever, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Go watch that movie. That's like what we're in. Okay? Where he went into the laundromat, I think it was, and there was a Chinese guy, and Donald Sutherland was like the health inspector. Like, I don't want to, I'm obviously not going to spoil the movie for people that haven't seen it. Go watch it. It's a good movie. But the Chinese guy was looking like really scared. You know what I mean? And people that know Chinese people, like, they're not concerned about too much. They're very resilient people. Asian people are very resilient. So if they look like they're shook, something's going on. So he's, sitting there, and the guy's like, Donald Sutherland's like, what are you talking about? What's going on? What do you mean it's not your wife? He says, no, you don't get it. That's not my wife. So he's saying, because these, essentially the movie's about aliens coming and taking over people's bodies, or some type of organism coming and taking over people's bodies. And that's like, in a sense, it's almost like life imitating art, because instead of an organism that's taking over people's bodies, or aliens, or any of this type of sci-fi stuff, it's a type of feeling. It's a type of technology. I think it really is. That's what it is. It's technology. Maybe it is, has to do with it. But we've always said, how many times have we talked about how this was already told to us by God, that we were going to live in an age where the love for others will grow cold. That's the end days will be like that. So people will essentially just be like blank versions of themselves, is the best way to explain it. But the weirdest part, as I'm telling you, is meeting with people that are famous. Okay. Now, I still meet with people that, are celebrities, haven't changed at all. Some of them haven't changed at all. They still, and I'm not talking about, everybody changes. We all get older and we change. Okay. That's not saying that changing is like something weird's going on because people change. No, people change. They get older. Their mindsets change. I sure as shit have changed in the last 10 years. But it's not to say that type of change. This is a different type of change. It's a change in appearance. It's a change in voice. It's a change in mannerisms. It's almost as if these people are like cloned or have stand-ins, or, that is not them. There's a very weird, spooky thing going on like that. But what's even weirder is, it's not just with the famous people. It's not just with the actors. We're seeing this in society. And I remember I did a reel where a lot of people chimed in about, I go out here and there. I take vacations here and there. I do lots of stuff here and there, but not a lot. I wouldn't say I'm a type of person. I'm a homebody. I like to stay at home. I like to do this show. That's about it. I don't go out and venture out and do much. So if the wife says, hey, let's, Even my groceries, I get my groceries delivered. I don't even go out and shop for groceries anymore. That's become a freaking task that I can't stand anymore. I'd rather just have them, delivered, put them away, and be done with it. We're already screwed by technology, so at this point, I'm just like, hey, I might as well do for example, from Amazon to Instacart, everything's taken care of. I get everything delivered, right to my door, good to go. Don't have to worry about none of that crap anymore. Because I'm just the type of person, when I venture out, and I'm telling you, it proves to be even more true. Because the people remember the reel I made. When I went out in the public, it was wild, okay? And it was to the point I was questioning myself. I was like, is it me? I don't think it's me. I'm just simply minding my own business and observing. And if somebody, for example, which I'll get people here and there, I'll be out in public and they'll strike up a conversation and, we'll talk back and forth. So it's not to say everybody's like this, but a good majority of these people are. And I'm telling you, there is something going on. And I don't want to hear all the other, people will come up with excuses till the cows come home. They'll say it's the economy, it's this, it's that. I'm telling you, I've seen when the economy tanked in 2008, how people were, okay? And things were very bad then. This is different, okay? I've heard from people that have been through some of the worst economic times in all these generations that are still alive, and even they are noticing it, that something is very off about people in general. And I'm telling you, we could sit here and give 1,000,001 guesses of what it is. It's the food, it's the water, it's they're spraying something in the air. We can name off 1,000,000 things of what it is. But nobody really knows what it is. But my opinion on what it is, it's a mixture of a lot of things. But I can tell you this. I can tell you one thing that I believe to be absolutely a contributing factor. Morality's gone nowadays. People do not care about each other at all. At all. That, now, not to say everyone, because there are still a lot of very good, kind-hearted people out there. Like, you could ask anybody that knows me in person, man, I go out of my way for people. I would give somebody the shirt off my back. If I could help somebody that was in need and really needed help, I would absolutely help them. I've always been that person. My wife would get mad at me years ago because she's like, man, you're too good to people. She's like, and you know what happened? A lot of times I got taken advantage of for it. But you know what? The people that took advantage of my kindness and took it for a weakness and took advantage of me, it never changed who I was, and it never will. Because then they win. Like everything that's going on now, as weird as the world is now, and it's not getting any better, it's never going to change me. It's never going to make me be a different version of myself. So see, even with all that's going on, it's not going to change me, and it's not going to change a lot of you. But that's what's wild, is because I'm like, man, I wish I could live in a commune with a whole bunch of like-minded people that thought the same as I did. Or in a town or something with people that are like it, because I'm not the only one that's noticing it. There's a lot of other people here that are noticing something is not right. Something is going on. And they can't quite put their finger on it, but people are starting to figure it out. People's eyes are finally starting to open to the fact that we are in some very troubling times with very troubled people, and there's got to be some type of way to figure some type of intermediate. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, but there's got to be a way to find some sort of even mild solution to this epidemic that we're all dealing with.